Summer is always surprising me in just a bit. It's mid-July, then it's gone.
Good morning, guys. It is Monday. I'm getting ready to go to work, and I got on my sweater today. I'm just gonna put on some tennis shoes. I was supposed to have already bought some tennis shoes or some walking shoes that would go with other outfits that I have so that I wouldn't have to change on the way back to the train station. But I have not yet. I need to do that this week. I'm saying all this because it is 33 degrees outside right now. Those little sandals I be wearing, the Skechers sandals, they're cool to walk in back and forth to the train station, but not today. Not today. And I could have worn like my cowboy boots or some other little casual shoes that I have, but again, I'm not gonna feel like changing going back to the train station because the walk up to the platform is only like a couple of minutes, but the walk back from my job is like 10 minutes. And there's a little bus that I could wait for that comes in front of my job, but the timing of it, I would have to dip out of work a little bit earlier, or I would have to get to the train station earlier than I want to get there and just be sitting around waiting on the train, which I have done before, but I ain't gonna feel like doing it if it's cold outside today. Like, I just want to get there right before the train get there and get on. But anyway, tennis shoes. I'm drinking my electrolyte drink package. I'm wearing my big winter coat today. And I went ahead and put on my T-Mobile beanie that I got T-Mobile Tuesdays last week. Let's go. All right, I'm in the car now. So, obviously, like, hey, y'all, I'm in the car, duh. But no, anyway, I was just gonna say the only thing about, like, I'm not a fan of winter time. I am a fan of the holiday season. You know how people are festive and decorations and Christmas music and holiday movies and things like that. Family gatherings. I'm a fan of the holiday season. I am not a fan of winter time at all in the least. Like, I got this big winter coat, and my issue is that in Texas we don't have super long winters. So I bought this, I just got this coat a few years ago. I can count on one hand, may need a few fingers from the other hand, how many times I've actually needed to wear this coat, because for one, I was working from home a lot. I was working at home for at least the past 2.5 years. The weather just does not stay super cold consistently enough for me to need to wear it all the time. But I guess now that I'm 100% in office, there will more than likely be way more days where I'm gonna need to put this coat on. But I say all of that to say, I don't like when I get in the car and now I gotta turn my heat on because it's kind of too cold to leave it off, even though I have this big coat on. But I don't like to drive with like a bunch of stuff on, like with a big coat and all that stuff on. I don't even like driving with shoes on. I'm usually barefoot on at least one of my feet when I drive. This traffic light not working. So it's like, get in the car, take all the stuff off, but it's cold in the car, so you want to wait for your heat to kick in a little bit, because I don't have remote start. I guess once it starts really getting super cold outside, I could run outside, start my car, but it's like, I don't feel like doing all that. If it gets like so super cold to where it's like, yeah, I'm not getting in that car when it's freezing like that, then yeah, I'll run outside and start my car and come back in. But other than that, I don't have remote start, so for the most part, I'm jumping in the car and cranking it up, and I may sit there for maybe, you know, a minute or two before pulling off. And like, for example, I'm getting on the toll road right now. I left my apartment 4 minutes ago, and my heat is just now starting to kick in. So it takes like, you know, 3-4 minutes for the heat in the car to kick in. Take off everything. Once the heat kicks in, when you have a short drive, it only takes me less than 15 minutes to get to the to the train station. So it's wait till the heat kicks in and take everything off and literally put it right back on again, or just leave it all on and be uncomfortable for the 13-minute drive. Oh no, I said a lot. and didn't hardly say nothing. But yeah, that's the thing about wintertime. But yeah, happy Monday. I'm off tomorrow for Veterans Day. I could have swore Veterans Day was always observed on a Monday, regardless of what day of the week it fell on, like, Martin Luther King's birthday. But I guess not anymore. I don't know. 5 minutes away from the train station. I'm going to stop talking to y'all because last time I was talking to you guys and I felt like I had time, and then I pulled up and I kept talking to y'all, and I looked down the train. I looked down and it's time for me to get on the train. I will holler at y'all later because if I pull up and get out, I won't have to run. I do not feel like running today. It's too cold. I got on too much stuff. Bye. And today, I'm getting on one of the upper levels of the train because my stop is it's under 35 minutes, but I know to get to my stop is at least 30-ish minutes. And last time it was cold, and it wasn't even this cold, and I sat on the bottom level. I was freezing every time the doors opened and closed at each stop. So yeah, we sitting on the upper level today. It is definitely time for me to buy some more tennis shoes because these ones I have on just a week or two ago, they felt fine walking to the train station, but today my feet are like, we tired of these shoes. And I mean, but they were getting the job done, but today they just do not feel good on my feet. And also, we got a 2-hour early release today. Well, 2 hours from, whatever time you're supposed to get off work, because different people on our team come in and get off at different times. But it was contingent upon, did you finish all of your follow-up calls and things that, have to be done before the end of your workday. I had some follow-up calls that were on the daily report to do, and I finished them right at 2:15. And I know my supervisor probably, because I'm new or whatever, so I know she probably wanted to double check, because when I was leaving and telling everybody bye, she was like, did you finish all your calls? She was nice about it. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I just finished the last one, because she probably wanted to make sure that I understood that finish all your work first, and then you can leave 2 hours early. But I was prepared that it may have taken me a little bit longer to finish those calls. It wouldn't have taken me that much longer, but I just thought it was so funny that she double checked with me. Not oh, y'all are children and I gotta make sure y'all understood the message. But I just feel like, me being new, she just probably wanted to make sure that I caught the whole thing and not just the leave 2 hours early part. So yeah, I got it. I know, finish all my work. It's done. But it just made me giggle on my way out the door. Y'all not gonna catch me slipping. I'm about to go home and eat this leftover food that we got. We went on the church field trip yesterday. That was the last vlog. And I got some leftover food from there that I'm gonna go home and eat. And I got some peanut butter crackers on the way out the door to have on the train, or while I'm waiting on the train. And that soup was so good that I had for lunch. And it had these juicy strips of beef, probably steak in it. But it started off very creamy, kind of sweet. And my coworker told me that it had coconut milk in it. It started off kind of sweet, and it was like a creamy soup. But then that heat came through the back door and my nose started running a little bit. But it wasn't an unbearable spicy. It was just the perfect amount of heat. Why are my feet hurting like this today? And these tennis shoes, they never, in my Skechers sandals, they never felt like this walking to the train station. That's how I know it's time for some more tennis shoes. And you know what? I don't even know if I would call that food leftovers. It is leftover because I got it yesterday because they fed us when we got there. On the way back, they brought the food back out and they fixed to-go plates for anybody who wanted to take food to go. So it's like a fresh, untouched plate of food. I guess it's still considered leftovers, but I'm looking forward to it. It's some dressing, like some turkey tenderloin, cranberry sauce, chicken breast. I am at the train station. So I just got off the train and I'm headed to my car. And I can't help but think that that shortened work day was perfect. Whoever thought of 8-hour work days, 40 hours a week, I don't know where they came from. And I don't even care to research because I'm just getting mad all over again about it. I feel like a 6-hour work day is perfect. It's the sweet spot. You still have most of your day to salvage. And I only say 6 hours instead of anything less because there are systems in place. You know, the economy, goods and services, things that need to be done, customers that need to be serviced. The world needs to keep turning, right? So it would be nice. Like, yeah, let's just have a 3 and 4 hour work days like every single day and still get paid full time. That's a fantasy. But logically, 5 or 6 hour work, I'm saying 6 hour work day is cool. And only because I'm a consumer. So I would hate for the businesses that I do business with or I call customer service or, you know, whatever, to be closed when I need them to be open. We got to think of that as not just from a member of the workforce point of view, but also from a consumer point of view. You still need things to be open for a reasonable amount of the day. Yeah, that was a nice little short work day. It didn't feel super short, but it didn't feel extremely long either. So Danita for president 2028, I'm running and I'm gonna win based off of that policy alone. Y'all gonna vote for me? Y'all better vote for me. Okay, let me stop talking crazy and get in this car. Okay, real quick, y'all. I'm home enjoying my evening. It's already almost about to be 10 o'clock, and I'm sad about that because my shirt is dirty. I'm sad about that because my off day is tomorrow. I was hoping this evening would go by a little bit more slowly. But anyway, I was craving chocolate milk as I have been lately. So I buy this Fairlife chocolate milk. And I was thinking to myself, a glass of chocolate milk sounds good right now. 13 grams of protein, right? Not a lot of sugar. Very good. Because I always buy the Fairlife just regular white milk. Then I was like, I wonder if I add a little bit of protein powder in there, how that would taste. So I had some of this in the cabinet, 100% whey protein. 1 scoop is 25 grams of protein. And just because I didn't want it to be so super rich, I put a little under a scoop. I didn't put a whole scoop in it, but anyway. Oh, but I did put like a half a teaspoon of decaf instant coffee in it and like a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract because I'm extra. So I shook it up in my little shaker bottle that no longer has a little shaker ball in it and hasn't in a while. But for whatever reason, I just have not bought another one. And I just think I need to grow up. That's very immature of me. Okay. Pour that over the ice. Let's taste. Live on camera taste test. Let's see. Oh, it still got little chunks in it. Oh, that's okay. Oh. Okay. Super chocolatey. I'm glad I went against my first mind and did not add any like skinny syrup in there because I was gonna make a whole little caramel mocha thing going on, but I'm glad I didn't add anything else sweet because it's perfectly sweet and then the ice kind of helps it out, and I could definitely see myself drinking this as a meal replacement or even a snack when I know I need some protein. It actually tastes very pleasant, but next time I might blend it up because I'm chewing on protein powder. I'm leaving the the dentist, and pretty much what they just wanted to do, the oral surgeon that I saw last week, they just wanted me to see the general dentist at the same office this week, because she's the one that's going to have to place the crowns and everything whenever I get the implants. They can write up the okay for my orthodontist. So she gave the okay for my orthodontist to go ahead and do what he needs to do as far as the retainer goes. So my spacing where my teeth are missing at is fine and it's good. The implants are on the back burner. I need to get a deep cleaning is what they told me, because I ain't gonna lie, it's been a year probably since I went for my maintenance cleanings, because I had a deep cleaning before and I was in the periodontal maintenance phase where they go in and check you and scrape you up every few months. And I hadn't been to my dentist in probably a year. They're no longer in network anyway, so I was still gonna have to switch. But she wants to do it after the braces come off. My braces are not scheduled to come off until December 16th. That's when they set the appointment. I'm gonna see if they can get me in sooner than December the 16th. That way I can go ahead and get started with this deep cleaning, because I don't want to delay it. I'm going to miss them, but I'm kind of looking forward to getting them taken off too. So it's like a little bittersweet, I guess. I would like to at least start the implant process next year. I know that I'm not going to be able to start it this year. Like, there's no way. I'll get one of them in next year, if not both. Wearing my retainer will help, preserve the work that was done with my braces until I'm able to get those implants. A little after 11 a.m. And of course, like I said, it's Veterans Day, so I've got the day off work. I think I might just go home, and I need to clean my makeup brushes, so I'll probably do that. Clean my makeup brushes, go through my makeup again, and throw away any dried out mascara and eyeliner, because I really don't wear lashes as much as I used to, even like when I'm dressing up to go to church or somewhere else. I'm more into mascara now, and my mascara has been running low. Went ahead and washed my makeup brushes. I also washed a few pairs of my tweezers, because like I said, even though I don't wear lashes all the time, when I do wear them, it's easy to put them on when your tweezers are not sticky, like with the glue buildup, because you try to stick them on and then they'll try to come back out with the tweezers. So I washed a few pairs of those. I washed my edge control brushes. I wash my edge control brushes a few times a week, because I use edge control a few times a week. But like I said, I don't really wear makeup a lot, so I don't have to wash my makeup brushes as often. But also, the flip side of that, I take for granted that I don't wear makeup a lot, and so a lot of time will pass by before I need to wash them. And I just use Dawn, the one they be cleaning their ducks off with in the commercial. That's it, and that's all. Just Dawn dish soap. And speaking of Dawn, it's always Dawn Platinum for me. I always buy Dawn Platinum. Yes, I use my dish machine. Sometimes I hand wash my dishes. I hand wash my dishes just as much as I use the dish machine. Dawn Platinum, every time. Every time. I got it, like, it's running, to me, this is running low. But yeah. And so for lunch today, I have some lean ground beef, and I just seasoned it with garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, cumin, a little bit of smoked paprika, and a little bit of Slap Your Mama seasoning. And I'm just going to add a little bit of water to that. So I drained the water off, and I added 1 can of Rotel. This was a 1 pound container of meat, and this is a 10-ounce can of Rotel. And I went ahead and I seasoned it with some more seasonings. I used lime pepper. My favorite seasoning that I like to use from Trader Joe's, the citrusy garlic seasoning. And I went in with a little bit of cayenne pepper on top of the tomatoes. Add a little heat to it. We're gonna let that simmer all the way on the absolute lowest setting, because I need to run around the corner and get me a diet soda, because I'm running out of everything in here. I'm putting my grocery list together. I just haven't ordered it yet. Oh, real quick, while I'm on my way to grab my drink. So I signed up for Weight Watchers, because I just be doing stuff on my job website or the job intranet where it shows all the different discounts. And with the job discount, it came out to be like $13 a month after I signed up. And I was like, well, I could use my Fitness Pal tried and true if I want to you know, start back really heavily tracking my macros again. And FitnessPal is free, and even if I want to pay, which I probably will do soon, for the version of FitnessPal where that allows you to scan barcodes, when that used to be free back in the day, but we're not gonna talk about that. That's only, if you pay it monthly, it's like $19 a month, but if you pay for a whole year up front, it's $80, and that comes out to like $6 or $7 a month. What's $6 or $7 a month when it comes to your health and your tracking, right? And I'm like, that's half the price of what I would pay for Weight Watchers, even with my job discount. And it's the same, it's just FitnessPal shows you the calories and you know, all of that, and Weight Watchers shows you your points. So Weight Watchers shows you your points, and then it'll also show you like your protein and those, you know, fat, sugar, macros. Either way it goes, you either tracking calories or you're tracking points. They both show you how much protein and stuff you're getting for the day, which is like kind of my main focus. My priority is getting in enough protein. So yeah, I tried to go on and cancel, and the little virtual assistant was like, oh cool, you're in the cooling off period. It was literally the same day, right? It was the last week sometime. They're like, oh, you're in the cooling off period, so we can cancel for you for a full refund. You'll get an email. I never got an email, so the next day I contacted a live person, and they said Texas is not a cooling off state. So yeah, they're not gonna, even though the AI thing gave me the wrong information, they can't cancel it. And they gave me the email to like the wellness email for my job to see if they may be able to help. And I emailed them, but I haven't heard back anything yet. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and start using this Weight Watchers. And then, because I went ahead and canceled it, but it would only let me cancel, it's gonna cancel on December 7th, which will be like 30 days out. So I'm like, whatever, since I have it and nobody's replied to me back, and as it stands, I'm not getting that little $14 back. So I'm using it, and I'm tracking and logging my food. I just wanted to come on, like, just tell y'all about that. I'm going back to tracking my food, even though I'm being assisted with weight loss medication. Like I said, I want to build healthier habits. I want to build better habits, just for myself and my well-being and everything. Yeah, because I mean, like, yeah, you can portion control everything, but if I'm eating cheeseburgers or just pizza, or if I'm just eating whatever I want to eat and not really putting healthier foods or more nutrient dense foods as a priority, then at any given moment, if I have to or would decide to or want to take a break from any weight loss medication, the appetite is going to come back, and the appetite is that same, you know, I'm eating those same foods, but now I'm just eating more of them, and that's how the weight comes back. And I'm not talking about like 3, 4, 5, even 10 pounds back. I'm talking about like, that's how the big weight comes back. When you don't form those habits and you stop doing whatever it is, whether it's medication, working out, exercise, and you stop doing whatever it is that you was doing to lose the weight, it's going to come back, because like I said, you've not built those healthy habits. I'm gonna go ahead and pay the $80 for my FitnessPal after I've done like this month using the Weight Watchers, because even if I like the Weight Watchers, I'm not gonna keep paying $13 a month for it. And I may still log in FitnessPal here and there now, because I still have the free version, but I'm just not gonna pay for it right now. Anyhow, let me run in here and get this drink. Thank you. Alright, so I got my Dr. Pepper Zero, and I got a little 4-pack of Oreos, because I know I'm going to want something sweet after I eat these tacos. And I was going to get a protein bar, but the fact of the matter is I just didn't feel like it today. I felt like Oreos, so got me a little 4-pack. I was going to run to the Albertsons and get some more reduced fat shredded cheese to put on my tacos, but I left the stove on low. And while it's on low, I still want to go ahead and hurry up to get home and turn it off. I have a little bit of reduced fat shredded cheese left in there, and then I have some deluxe slices of like the Great Value sliced cheese, so I'm gonna do a mixture of them both. So the next clip you see will be of me showing you my plates. Okay, y'all, I lied. The next clip is of me making some ranch sauce with this Greek yogurt. So I had a little container of Greek yogurt in there, and I got a packet of ranch, and I'm not gonna put the whole packet in there. About half the packet, and stir it up. See how that tastes. Oh yeah, that's super good. And I'm about to add some Frank's Red Hot and just make it a whole little hot sauce for my tacos. And this one container is 90 calories and 15 grams of protein. And so we got the Frank's Red Hot. We just gonna pour a little bit, just a little bit. Would it taste good? Now, word to the wise, I did not spill any, but if you try this, I would say just transfer it into a slightly larger bowl so you can have more room to stir at the top. And so I warmed my corn tortillas up in the microwave. I sprayed them with butter spray first, and I warmed them up for like 15-20 seconds. So there's 3 corn tortillas, and I spooned about 6 ounces. I had it on the scale. 6 ounces of the lean beef and rotel mixture on top. I decided not to put the little sliced cheese on there. I'm gonna just work with the cheese that I have, and the Greek yogurt dip will give me, you know, enough creaminess that I'm looking for. So here's my reduced fat. As you see, I got a little bit left in there. Alrighty, and that was just enough cheese for all 3 of these tacos. And I put a dollop of the Greek yogurt ranch spicy hot Frank's sauce. I don't know what to call this sauce, but it's good. Put that on top. And I stuck the rest in the fridge because I am making chicken tenders for dinner tonight. And this leftover taco meat I'll probably take to work tomorrow. I'm about to eat this and get caught up on the neighborhood. I love this show, y'all. Y'all need to check this out. It's on Paramount Plus.
Behind the filing cabinet, I want you to know I am not responsible.
I ate my lunch, dozed off on the couch for about an hour. My little meal prep containers here, and there's a little over 6 ounces of that mixture that I made earlier for my tacos. This tastes so good just by itself, really. It doesn't even have to be taco. And the skillet is already getting hot. Spray the butter cooking spray in the skillet. Butter flavored cooking spray. Oh, it's already like real hot. All right, and we're just gonna let that cook. And I'm going to put the lid on it, and then I'll come back in a few minutes and see if it needs to be flipped over. And I don't always put the lid on it, but sometimes that helps keep the moisture in the chicken, especially since I'm not putting any actual oil or real butter in the skillet. Sometimes when I'm using oil and butter, I'll still put the lid on it just to kind of retain some of that moisture. But anyway, excuse my shirt with all this cornstarch on it. I'm feeling pretty good about getting back into logging my calories and intentionally doing the work, not just leaning on a medication to do the work for me like I have been doing. So that's why recently, y'all know, well, I told y'all all year long that I've not lost any weight. I've been maintaining my weight all year long. I wasn't intentionally trying to maintain. I just wasn't doing anything to help the medication along to lose it, right? So y'all know I took a break from Zepbound, and while I was off of it, I really did enjoy the way that my body felt, like it was coming off of autopilot or something. It was crazy. I panicked because I still wasn't ready to jump in and do what I needed to do, and I got back on it. I went 2 doses down. I went from 10 to 5. The 5 did absolutely nothing. But I was only off of it for a couple of weeks or so, and I was about to increase my dosage, but I'm like, no, do the work. And then I'm bargaining with myself, well, like, you can stay on Zepbound and do the work, and it'll be even more better because now you're intentionally working and helping the medicine work for you. But at the end of the day, I know in the last video I said that I was going to just stay on it, but I have stopped it again, and I am on a different type of medication that I will tell y'all about maybe in the next vlog, because I haven't even been on it for a whole week yet. So I just kind of want to see how it works in my body and everything. So, but it's definitely nowhere near as strong or powerful as any GLP-1, especially Zepbound, because Zepbound is supposed to be the most potent one on the market. But it's also something where I'll be able to put in more work. I'll be able to drink more water, because even on the GLP-1, sometimes it can kill your thirst. And there's just so many tweaks and stuff that I had to do to make the GLP-1 work with my body that I'm kind of just tired of doing. Would I get back on it in the future? Absolutely. But right now, I just don't feel like it. Right now, I just don't feel like it. I do still need assistance, I admit that. But right now, I just want something a little bit more mild that will allow me to take the reins a little bit more. Because when you get on that GLP-1 is going to take over. And you're definitely going to lose weight. If you start leaning on it too much after a certain amount of weight loss, then like, it's a wrap anyway. I'm not going to say, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds by the end of the year, 20 pounds by the end of the year. I want to get my nutrition back on track this week. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And it's not like I'm just sitting around eating like a hog in a hog pen. I have a lot of healthy habits that will help me build this foundation. But I want to be super intentional about it. Like I got another like 80, 100 pounds to lose. But right now, make it through the week and be intentional about what I'm eating and tracking my macros. Is it time to flip this chicken? And all of that. But anyway. Okay, once again, y'all, excuse my shirt. All right, so for my beverage tonight, I'm gonna do some cold water. And I'm just gonna fill that up. I'm gonna fill it up halfway first. And I'm going to use one of these liquid IV. This is not liquid IV. I'm gonna use one of these drip drop hydration. Y'all can't even see it. Drip drop hydration packets is what I'm using. And I woke up from being dozed off, feeling very super dehydrated. Put that in. And then I'm also this pink strawberry, not pink strawberry, pink starburst, which is strawberry flavored, but it's the pink starburst drink mix. And I have half of it because I had dill pickle and I sliced it and I made myself like, you know, like a little sugar-free Kool-Aid pickle situation. I'm just gonna get my little frother thing here and make sure that's all blended up. This is why I didn't pick a certain niche when I started my YouTube channel, because I didn't want to be the weight loss girl or the this girl or the that girl, because sometimes I feel like coming on here and showing y'all what I'm eating, and sometimes I feel like doing other stuff for the whole vlog, and I just never know when and what I feel like I'm gonna do. Yeah, my ice is in a Ziploc bag, y'all, because I don't have an ice maker in my fridge, so I'll make it in the trays, and then I'll dump the trays into a big Ziploc bag, and you know, I don't know. I'm thinking about buying one of those ice maker machines off Amazon or somewhere, but we'll see. All right, so that was already 12 ounces of water. So let me see how much more water. I hope I can fit at least 8. Okay, I was able to fit another 8 ounces of water. Let me sip some of it down. And we're just gonna put the lid on. I'm gonna put my finger, because there's a straw hole here. So I'm just put my finger there and I'm gonna shake it around. I'm gonna use my silver straw today. My drink. Perfect. And that'll be it for my water intake for the day. So now let's finish up this chicken and waffles. Oh, let me show y'all, because my chicken is about done. These are the waffles that I'm using. The Eggo protein buttermilk vanilla waffles. 2 waffles is 180 calories and 10 grams of protein. So whoop whoop. I baked the waffles in the air fryer, 400 for 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna just take some of this Parquet butter spray and spray that. 0 calories. And I have my sugar-free syrup. And this may or may not be, I know it's 10 calories, but as far as like Weight Watchers points, I don't know. Because most of the sugar-free stuff is 0 points. And I'm not gonna use that sauce that I made earlier because it really don't go with this. I'll probably take the rest of that sauce to work with me tomorrow and just eat it on top of the that ground beef mixture if I do eat that for lunch at work. I have my dinner and my drink, and I'm about to go sit down and eat. That'll be all for today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.